Hello everyone, welcome back and welcome to another video. In this video we're doing a little bit of work on the cold room. I need to make this stainless steel table. I want to put wheels on the bottom of it and we're going to make it a bit higher. So we'll be starting off with that. We're also going to show you how to prune a very large citrus tree. It's along the edge of the, in line with the edge of the building. We're going to come along here with a fence up to this post. This is what happens when you let the workers on their own, see, messing about. So as you can see, I've moved on from digging holes in a hot field. I'm just about to plaster the back wall in the cold room. So this morning I'm here with Ewan and Carissa.
Bom dia.
Where she is. And what we're doing is setting out this, a new place to sleep. And I'll also show you why we had to move the Renault 4 and all the junk out of the way. So a pair of grips on here. They're on here. Do this one up. So there we go, that's 4 for the 4 legs cut at 200mm, 8 inches. Look at that. 8 inches, 200mm. What I'm going to do now is cut them down to 150s, 6 inches. So these end sections I'm going to cut down to the size of the inside of the legs on the table, and then hopefully they'll just slot up inside. Give it a go. So here goes, hope this works. That 50mm I've marked. I've set the fence to 50mm, and then I just need to cut them on all 4 sides. And I've got a really bright glare from the underside of the table. Let's give it a go. So I'll make them slightly bigger so they're a nice tight fit. Hopefully these are nice straight grains.
Yay!
So that's the idea now. What is known in engineering terms as an interference fit, and then we'll just screw these on top. We'll get some screws. So I've since discovered 2 of the wheels have brakes on them, so I'll put them on that end, and these can just go here. Just roughly find the centre. There, now hopefully that'll be strong enough. They're not going to be moved that often, so it doesn't really matter. This may seem high, and it is. I haven't allowed for the wheels. So I just simply cut 75mm the height of the wheels off all of them, screwed them back on. Didn't take very long at all. Not that much of a disaster. Now that's better. the desired height for me for cutting things on is 1 metre high. As suggested by our friend Raymond, you don't want to be stooping down too much, so the perfect height for cutting at. Beautiful. And baking cakes and everything else. So we've started with this one. We have 4 big trees in with the chickens. Yeah. We've started with this one. We've taken most of the stuff off that. Basically, we reduced the height and then thin it out so the sun can get through to most of the branches on it. Yeah. So the next one is this huge thing here. It's really big around the middle, but it's too wide. It's very wide, and it's too high. We can't pick the oranges up the top. So what we're going to do is thin it out, reduce it in height, and reduce it in width as well. The problem with pruning citrus is you always lose crops. So as you can see here, we've got young oranges all coming through already. It's just flowered, so there's hundreds and hundreds of these young oranges. And still, up there you can see some of the existing crop. These are Navel oranges. I'll find one and show you in a minute. But whatever you do with citrus, you're going to lose crop, you're going to lose oranges. Either little ones like this, which you chop off, obviously with the prunings, or even big oranges like them up there. But you see where they are, they're there because we can't reach them. And we feed the pigs, they eat a lot of oranges, so it's all good. And we're going to leave these 2 trees either side of it, so this one, and do them next year, so we don't lose out too much in crop. Yeah, but see how much this is extended across, so it needs doing. So we'll do that one next year. So let's crack on with it. And just to show you the tools we're using, fairly simple: a pruning chainsaw, a couple of hand saws, and a pair of long-handled loppers. Yeah, that's all we're using.
And hands.
And hands. And manpower.
Yep.
As you can see, we get a good crop of nice size oranges, and these are Navels, which by the little belly button shape here, that's why they're called Navel oranges. So ideal. So we're comfortable now. The height of that is pretty good. Now we need to thin it out so so that the light can get through to the whole of the tree. Which requires a lot of standing back and looking. See how much more light that lets in. I'm just making a nice pile of branches for the chickens to hide their eggs in.
Well, no, this bit here we've already got a.
And they're bound to lay exactly there.
Yeah, I know, but I can reach under there, can't I? At least I'd know. Oh, look, there's an orange on this. Get you.
So, as you can see, I've been doing a little bit of grass cutting in the new duck, what will be the new duck paddock. The job this afternoon is going to be, the reason I cut it as well, along the edge of the, in line with the edge of the building. We're going to come along here with a fence up to this post, and then I'm going to have to dig a trench all the way along there and lay a block wall, and then I'll build our fence up from there so nothing can dig under. That's a problem we've had. The mongoose attacks, where we've lost a few chickens and ducks. They've been digging underneath the fence and we haven't buried it in. Yeah, maybe we should have done that. But next job up is fencing in here, and then the ducks will have this area and a nice cool house to go in. And what I'm going to do is build a lean-to shady bit off this, so they'll have somewhere shady to go as well. But during the day the gate will be open, so they'll be able to mingle with the chickens like they normally do. Watch this adjust for light. Yay! So we're going to keep this on the floor and then slowly replace it with sand. Makes it much easier to clean out. And ducks aren't. These type of ducks, the Muscovy ducks, aren't really any different, any more dirty than chickens are. But, and then when I put the fence up, we're going to put a gate in the middle. So this little section here, it'll be from basically from this line this way, everything this way will be like a. I wanted to grow barley this year. I'm too late to get it in now, but I'll get a rotavator. We'll rotivate all this up, and I'll be growing crops in here. I think probably barley. Maybe another go at making my own whiskey. Okay, so our friends Tony and Nikki have arrived to give us a hand in this heat to put this fencing up. And I don't know what Tony's doing here. But no, what we've decided to do is get the ground wet where we have to dig a trench to put the blocks in, because putting the posts in was hard enough. The ground is really hard, so we thought if we'd water it down first get it all wet, it should dig up better, apparently.
But you promised me a dig in it.
Yeah, well, you're the digger.
Yeah. Well. What about the girls? What are they doing?
Talking. Yeah, so we're using the water from our top well, which is overflowing at the minute, so we've got loads and loads of water available. The yellow stripes on the hose pipe are where I drilled holes in it for irrigation, so we're reusing that pipe. So first experimental dig, and yeah, the water's done not a lot, so I think we're going to have to water this an awful lot more, as you can see. It's only gone down about an inch.
Where's Frank the digger when you need him?
So we've managed to dig the top off, and then we've got a little trench we can fill with water, and we're going to let that soak in, and I'll come back tonight when the sun's gone down. It's getting quite hot, so I'll come back when the sun's gone down and dig it out. In the meantime, I think we're going to do some tiling. So as you can see, I've moved on from digging holes in a hot field. I'm just about to plaster the back wall in the cold room. Once I've done the back wall, because it's so bad, I can then just tile on the other two sides, because I built these walls and they're straight. That one isn't. I'll put it all in the time lapse to make it a bit easier for you, and put some lovely music on. So that's the back wall there done. I'm going to let it go off before I can float the rest. I floated the top because that was going dry, but the rest is still pretty wet, so I'm going to wait until I can float that off flat. And it is only to take tiles, so I'll probably use this here over the top of it, just what I call a scratch comb to give it a key when we put the tiles onto. I just wanted to explain this. So this is angle bead, render angle bead, yeah, so it's for a thin coat of render on the external corners. I've nailed it on with masonry nails, as you can see, to hold it in place, and that just forms the outside corner to keep it nice and straight. So here goes update on the cold room. Floor is tiled, needs to be grouted. As you just saw, rendered this wall ready for tiling. These walls are straight enough that you don't need it. Hopefully I've straightened this wall up enough. It's not brilliant, but it'll do. And I've also made a door for the fridge. And tiled the floor of that. So we've got an open fridge now. And this door obviously is thick insulation. Two of my patent handles on it. Yeah, so I've just got the floor down. And obviously the front door is all insulated and all done. So just the walls to Come on, just the walls to tile now, and this wall, this piece I had a little bit of render left over and you saw me put on the angle bead. So this is what it looks like when you render up to an angle bead, and you've got a nice straight corner and a nice flat piece of render there, and that'll be painted white along with the rest of it. And while I was doing that, Ange painted the bench that goes in there that I made to go in there. So I'm waiting for an ash top for here and a shelf as well on the bottom. So as soon as that's in and the floors, all the walls are done, we'll be able to fit the bench. So this morning I'm here with Ewan and Carissa.
Bom dia.
Don't know where she is. And what we're doing is setting out this, a new place to sleep. I've got levels and stuff, so first of all we have to ascertain the amount of fall it's got over it, where the low points are, where the high points are, etc. And then start digging blocks in and laying pallets. So there we go, all finished, deck laid.
It's very warm.
Just on, it's very warm. 41 in the sun, something like that.
If not more.
Yeah. So here's the deck. All laid flat and level on concrete blocks and screwed together. So you guys now complete the build with OSB boarding over this, and then two pallets high walls, a dividing wall in the middle, all that stuff, just for temporary building. So here I am. It's 20 to 9 in the evening, digging out this trench where we put the water, just to show you guys that yeah, the water works, but you have to leave it a day. So we dug a little shallow trench, filled it with water, and softened it up enough to make it easy to dig out. So I'm going to do this little section here up to here. This takes me about halfway. Hopefully it doesn't get to 9 o'clock, and then I might go and have a beer. But yeah, quite pleased with that today. There we go. Okay, don't know if you can see this properly, but you know our plumbing issues from last week's video. I'm going to sort it out now. So what I'm going to do is replace this T with a elbow, take the junction off here and put it here to join into the different size pipe. The reason it's like this is when we moved in we had no kitchen, etc., and the supply for the bathroom went that way, so I've put a new supply to the bathroom, so I've done away with the pipe that goes that way, and then I saddled on here another supply off of that for the kitchen. And then when I put the new supply in here, I teed off this further along. So yeah, the best I can do is replace that with an elbow and put the joint here. Should work, but I'll film it anyway. So first off, I'm going to turn the water off. Always helps. I'm now going to disconnect this joint and probably cut that there for a minute, but joint off first. I'll shout to the wife. Ange, you turn the tap on. Any tap, any cold tap, just to reduce the pressure. That's better. Yeah, I know, that's good. So there's a section, I've just cleaned it off, that I cut out, which was there. I need this piece because this reduces it from this 25mm line down to a 20mm, which I put in for just for the kitchen. I wish I'd left it 25 now, but hey ho. So what I'm going to do, I've noticed the rubber on here, the main incoming rubber. I keep throwing it around, that's what's wrong with it. No, the main incoming rubber, I has a slight, I don't know what you call that, it's been pinched or something here, so I'll replace that one with a good one. This new joint will be going there, and I'm going to obviously measure to split this pipe, so that will go that way round, this will join into there. Simple stuff. So as you can see now, I've replaced the T with an elbow, and I've put the 25mm to 20mm T in. All I need to do now is decide where to cut the pipes to join them, and I want to put a tap on the kitchen runt as well, so I'll reduce the size of that to put the tap in. So I like to put my joints together. Well, I like to separate them first. A little bit of washing up liquid just to lubricate things. Only because then I can tell if it's pushed home enough. So that's that one done. Now I've got to measure. This one sits naturally here, so I should imagine there's going to be, put my magic pen out, black pen on black pipe. It's going to come to here. So now we just put these all bits back together at the same time, hopefully. This one, got to make sure everything lines up. So a pair of grips on here, pair on here, do this one up, and everything's going to spin now just to be awkward. Yeah. Good. These are good. That one's a bit loose. There, all done. Now I shall turn the tap back on and see if we have any leaks. Oh, aren't you left that tap on?
Yeah.
Let's go and turn it off. What's it like? Well, I see no leaks.
I see no leaks. A bit of tissue.
No leaks, that's fine. So some of you sharp-eyed individuals may have noticed in the UK all these pipe fittings you put an insert in first, and then you tighten everything down on the insert, yeah? So it stops the pipe from crushing. Here in Portugal I've not seen an insert anywhere for sale. Different types of pipe have different inserts, but these pipes I've not seen an insert anywhere, so that's why I've not used any. So this is our manhole, basically change of direction. This is the sewage that comes from the ensuite, and this is the sewage that comes from the rest of the house, the other two, which will be 3 bathrooms. 3 bathrooms, James. I'm just going to cement this lid on. No, I'm not. I'm just going to mortar this lid on. Fell into my own trap.
Yes.
To give it a seal from the smells, etc. I was going to do it with
Roses, you mean?
yeah. I was going to put a proper manhole cover on here, but they're €40 each, and it'll be hidden, so you'll never see it, so it doesn't really matter. So as long as this thing seals, I don't put too much mortar in the hole. Whoops. it'll be fine. So I'm building it slightly higher than the edge. I'll pop this on, then I'll explain the rest. So that's, for want of a better word, shiny side down, so it won't stick. It won't stick to the mortar, but it will make a seal. If it doesn't make a seal, I can just put a little bead of silicone. It'll be fine. So that's going there. What I might do is bank up the sides. Too much. And then what I'll do, I'll make a wooden frame here for the rest of these to sit on. Still not happy about this. I don't like the look with the tiles, but we'll have a side meeting about that. Yeah, so basically that's sealed that in. And then I'll probably, what I'm thinking is, and I haven't told Andrea behind the camera this yet. I haven't told Ange behind the camera this yet, but I'm toying with the idea of capping this off instead of these tiles with this granite, so it all looks the same. And then I can put a face of granite along the front as well. Should look okay. Anyway, there you go. Another little job done.
You've done many a sewage covering in your time, haven't you, darling?
Yes, yes. Sewage was my life for 25 years or more. 30 years. No, actually 25. We didn't end up on sewage, did we?
No.
So as you can see here, I built a framework to take the rest of the tiles, and let's just pop them on. There. And like we've suggested at, I think we're going to clad the front of this in granite and maybe get some granite on some board to go over there so I can take the boards off, but just to reveal a bit more of the tiles. So you see we've got an acro holding the roof up. I've got the steel now to put a post in that corner, on that end, sorry. The problem is I need to move all this, so it's time to start tidying up. Yeah. Let's go for it.
Right, I've loaded the wheelbarrow up here.
Right, I'll take it down the bottom. What you need to do is find 4 tubs of holes in small ones. Now, the rest of the tubs will go in here. So the whole purpose of moving the Renault over to that side is I need to put a post in here. We put this beam on a few videos back in the centre. Yeah. What I haven't done yet, because the Renault was in the way, was put this support post in. So I'll put a plumb bob up from the centre of that. Here you can see that's in the centre. So that plumb bob will give us the centre of post there. And we need to be, so that needs to be, where it's pointing is the edge of the hole. So it gives me some idea of where the vertical point below the top is. I need to dig a hole there now. I'll mark it there. Yeah, put it there. So there we go, that's the hole dug. I haven't gone terribly deep, this only looked like a support. So as you can see now, from where the string line is, that's where the left hand side of the beam will be, there. So it's just off to the off centre of the hole, which is perfect. I've put the acro back in and wound it up so this beam is straight. It's actually slightly over, so when it takes the weight it should finish up straight. So now just cut the beam, mix some concrete, away we go. So that's the post cut, concrete mixed. That. Go and get a ladder. Back a little bit. Put that there. So to fix it in the top, I'm using these big long tech screws again. So there we go, bolted both sides. I'll move the bracket a bit. And let's just check it for plumb. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad at all. And the other way. That's pretty good too. Okay everyone, that's all we have time for this week. Thank you for watching, and we really hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
A bit of wildlife and all sorts of stuff in this one, but there we go. Anyway guys, thanks if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to press the like button up here.
Somewhere.
Yeah. And also please, if you liked it and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because it helps us so much. It really does.
And it's free.
And it's free, yeah. And don't forget, ring that little notification bell to get notifications of upcoming videos from us.
Yeah.
And
we would also like to say a huge thank you to Jackie and Cyril, my new favourite t-shirt,
for bringing us a care package from the UK.
Thank you so much. Things like clotted cream,
bacon.
just bacon, end of stuff, and lovely to meet you guys, Angie and Ray as well. Get well soon, Angie, with your poorly little leg. Absolutely love you guys, so we'll say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hungry snake.
The sad little things, but
That frog might be a bit big for it.
I think so.
Oh, there's another snake.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Busy little pond.
I don't know if you can go round there and...
Oh, I don't want to disturb them too much.
Good boy.
It's a Montpellier.
I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah. He's big and stressy. No,
Boris,
Boris,
no.
you don't want to get involved. Yeah, it's definitely a Montpellier. And yeah, big old boy.
Trying to get him to go that way as
opposed
to...
He's trying to get through there and he's too big to get through the holes. Go that way, go that way. Oh. Gilly, go back, go back. Go on, snake, go on. Wow, we've had a lot of snakes this week.
Wow, yeah.
Try and come here, babe, and get him to go that way. Yeah, you get near the snake. I'll stand back here and film. Yeah.
No, don't go through the chicken one.
He can't get through there anyway. Go on.
No, don't go that way, you monkey.
He don't want to go in open ground, probably. But...
Yeah.
Boris, no! Boris!
Let's get him.
He's going to get tangled up with the snake. Boris! Okay, well done. So this is looks like a male, like I know what I'm talking about, but I've seen pictures. Looks like a male Montpellier snake. About 6 foot long, did you say?
Yeah, it's good size.
Yeah, and breathing heavily now and a bit stressed. So we'll just leave him alone. Wow.